Hi everybody, this is Lisa Haven and I've got a lot of news to cover with you guys, and it's on the prophecy forefront, and I mean that. Are we about to see a spark of World War III? This is kind of what I want to cover today, but here's our headline. World armies are preparing for Armageddon. Jade Helm style drills now global, and they're being held everywhere from China to Russia to Europe to Canada to Japan to Saudi Arabia to here in America to NATO doing drills in all of Europe. Basically, it has not begun, folks. It's here. These drills are already here and taking place on a global scale. And what I want to do is show you what is going on basically with all these drills and paint the picture. What the heck are they preparing for? You know, are they preparing for some big event, cataclysmic event? Are they preparing for war? Are they preparing to usher in the New World Order? I don't know. I don't know. All I want to do is show you all these drills and let you guys decide that. But I do know that according to Bible prophecy, that there will one day rise a new world order. That is a biblical thing. And we know this because it says in the book of Revelation, I believe, that the Antichrist will serve over every tribe, tongue, and nation. That is a global governance. And it goes from 10 which the Antichrist rises from among that. Anyhow, let's dive into some of this stuff I have. All right, for starters, here's the post I did about Jade Helm. It was put out just a couple months ago. Oops, leaked information you're not supposed to know. Military plans. Martial law visit to multiple U.S. towns. Why? The answer may make you rethink everything you thought you already knew. This is basically your Jade Helm drills, and we're already seeing some type of drills across our towns. I've had drills in my city. You've probably had some in your city, or you may not have. But there's definitely an uptick. We know specifically that they're preparing to use Jade Helm as practice. It is not anything other than a drill. It is a drill and it is practice. What are they practicing for? That's the question. They're practicing for, and I believe, according to documentation, according to military personnel that I've spoke with, according to leaked information, and this stuff is leaking out because a lot of people in our military are for us. They're with us. They're not going to shoot, American citizens. This is why they have foreign citizens out there, or foreign soldiers out there. But anyhow, our military basically, it's leaking out that they're preparing for gun confiscation. They're preparing for basically some type of cataclysmic emergency, such as an economic crisis or some kind of event like that they have to, bring in law or martial law. It's preparation to initiate martial law in certain cities or states, or however that plays out. But all this is preparation for domestic events. And while some of it, I'm sure, can be used for international, it's definitely domestic. But this drill obviously is going on. But that's not all. Let's also check here. Here is a drill in Canada. It is basically mimicking the U.S. drill of Jade Helm. And this is on Kenora Daily Mineralnews.com or minerandnews.com. Let me show you the link there. And I will leave a link to this as well. But they are partnering with U.S. troops in this deployment exercise. They're speaking of Jade Helm. So now we have America. We have Canada, who's basically partnering with us. And I believe they're calling it Project Maple. Exercise Maple Caravan involves Canadian and U.S. troops. Crazy. But there is what is going on. And as you can see, this is recently dated. This isn't, anything old. Moving on. Here's another one on Canada. Government of Canada. Canadian and U.S. armies on a road move across Canada. As you can see, this is pretty recent as well. Moving on, here's China and Russia, and this is on the New York Times. Keep in mind, come and check these out. Read them for yourself. Lots of good information. But China and Russia navies to hold joint drills in the Mediterranean. Ooh. What's the joint drill about? Well, it's to deepen both countries' friendly and practical cooperation and increase our Navy's ability to jointly deal with maritime security threats. These exercises are not aimed at any kind of third party. Obviously, they never ever are. Funny how that is. And have nothing to do with regional situation. One of China's main military goals is to develop a navy that goes beyond the coastal waters and can travel the world's ocean. And while military analysis said the drills in the Mediterranean appear to be modest, they would be the farthest from home the Chinese Navy has done. But there you go. There are drills being hosted. And now we have America, Canada, China, Russia. Let's keep going. And just real quick, notice the date on that, April 30th, 2015, recent. Now here we have from RT News, NATO and allies staged 1,000-strong drills across Europe. This is also recent, May 2015. This is huge. And let's read this one. 3 sets of military exercises kicked off in Europe on Monday, involving thousands of servicemen from a variety of NATO nations and their allies amid a wave of similar action across the area. And remember, NATO is basically a globally minded organization. Estonia is holding its largest ever military drills named SII-1 2015, or Hedgehog. The maneuvers involve about 13,000 personnel. The numbers include 7,000 reservists along with members of the volunteer Estonia Defense League. SIIL 2015, scheduled to last until May 15th, also involves forces from the US, the UK, Germany, Lithuania, Belgium, Poland, the Netherlands, and American troops who are staying in Estonia as part of the massive training operation in the Atlantic Resolve will bring 4 Abrams main battle tanks to exercise. British, Belgium, and German air defense units, as well as several NATO warplanes that will all be taking place. That's a lot of areas in Europe. So all of these, you've got drills everywhere. Estonia, Belgium, Poland, Netherlands, Germany, UK, all these areas, British, Belgium, all of them on top of America, Canada, Russia, China, and then we've got more coming on the forefront. But these drills are everywhere. And when globally minded organizations are hosting drills, red flag right there. And this is exactly what they're doing. I'm just pointing out, are drills held periodically? Yes, they are. Please don't get me wrong. But there is a global amount, a global effort of huge, massive drills. They're not little bitty drills. They're thousands of troops and thousands of soldiers that are participating in these drills. That's the difference, and the fact that they're all happening now as we speak. So it gets into Norway. NATO and its allies have gathered for annual anti-submarine exercises, about 5,000 servicemen from 10 NATO countries. And Sweden are taking part. The drill's codename Dynamic Mongoose. There's another drill. Involved simulated sub hunts utilizing surface vessels, aircraft, and a variety of radar and sonar technology. So there's Sweden. There's Norway. That's more. And off the coast of Finland, here's some. Basically, we have all of Europe. I mean, all the countries in that area. Lots of stuff. Dynamic Mongoose is the name of that particular project. But there we go. I highly encourage you to come and read this one as well. But that's not all. Here is a report put out by Socioeconomics History blog, and I just want to show you the headline because I think it puts it in a good form here. But NATO clones Jade, Helm drills in Europe, which is what I just showed you. All over Europe, they've basically cloned. Is that what they've literally done? No, that's, they're cloning it. It's like they're making their own drills, but basically the same kind of major scale here in America, they're doing in Europe. That's what we want to get across, or I want to get across, excuse me. But that's not all. Here is this, preparing for war with Russia. This is globalresearch.ca. NATO war games, joint warrior in Scotland. Now we got Scotland, 13,000 troops, 54 warships, 70 planes, and submarines. Also, this was just put out April 16th, 2015. The NATO, obviously, we had recent dates on that. And then there's this. Japan to hold naval drills near disputed shoal. So there we go. Now we have Japan and the Philippines, as shown here, to hold Navy drills as well. So I know you guys get the picture. All that to say, look, be ready. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that there are drills being held in America, in Canada, in Europe. We're talking Germany. We're talking Sweden. We're talking Norway. We're talking all the little places that I mentioned a moment ago. Russia, China, Japan, and there was even Saudi Arabia on other accounts. There were more. Keep in mind, those are just the main ones that I showed you, but there's also other countries hosting some. I know they're all over the place, but here's the question. Are they preparing for World War III? What are these drills all about? Are they preparing for civil riots? Are they preparing for civil chaos? Are they preparing to usher in the New World Order? What is it preparing for? And I don't believe they're going to be able to usher in the New World Order until some kind of huge event happens, or some kind of either natural disaster or a big problem. Who knows? I think there's going to have to be something to spark that fire, because I know there's a lot of people here in America that are not going to go along with the New World Order. However, we already have it in play with the United Nations. We already have a nation of people thinking alike, unified, under the banner of world peace, you know, because world peace will only be accomplished through a new world order. Actually, no, there is no such thing as world peace until Jesus brings back his kingdom and ushers in the millennial reign. Then we'll have world peace. When there will be no more tears and no more sorrow and no more crying and no more sin, then we will have our world peace. Till then, we're born into sin. We have a sin nature. This is what it is. So with that, you know, we can't expect world peace to just so happenstance on the world because of a new world order. It's a lie. It's a lie from the elite on down. It's a lie from satanic minions on down. So that's my take on that. But anyway, there is preparation for something. Preparation for global chaos. Preparation for civil riots. Preparation for mass chaos. And maybe the mass catastrophe that happens across the globe is some kind of civil riots and civil chaos or civil uprising. Could it be that as well? Oh yeah, you betcha. If there's a lot of stuff going on, then they're going to have to bring in world peace, right? Which is just a load. Anyhow, I wanted to bring you guys the latest and show you all the drills that are happening. I'm going to leave another video below on my post before it's news and lisahavennews.net. It's by Next News Network, and they have a really awesome video about basically the end times, Bible prophecy, about these world armies that I just spoke about, as well as, you know, what's happening in Nepal with the earthquake and everything that is going on there. So I highly recommend you watch that as well. Anyhow, wanted to bring you the latest. This is Lisa Haven signing off.